Welcome to the Arthur Akers Nutritious and Delicious Nutrition Tip Line. We're doing vitamin D today. Vitamin D, super important. Do you get enough? How much is too much? Can you get it just from the sun? Do vegans get it from their diet? Can we please cover vitamin D? Most people either just take because they think they're deficient, or some people overdo it because they think more is better. Can you get enough from the rays of sunshine? If you live in a sunny area and you go out in the sun pretty much every day without sunscreen for just 15 minutes, so you're getting it on your hands, your face for 15 minutes a day, you actually should have enough vitamin D without needing a supplement. But if you live in the Northeast and we have a lot of dark days and a lot of rain days, and then the winter comes, you most probably need a vitamin D supplement. You want to get your blood levels tested. You don't just want to take a ton, because lately doctors have been prescribing these excessive amounts, and too much is not okay. Too much causes damage. It's a toxic vitamin. It's a fat-soluble vitamin. It'll build up in your system. So you don't want too much. You want that sweet spot. Okay. Get your levels tested, and where you want it is somewhere between 25 and 40 or 45, and you'll see where that number is. If your levels are 27 and a little lower, like 27 to 20, it's like a mild deficiency. If you're lower than 20, in the 14s, in the 15 range, you're deficient. And if it's lower than 14, it's severely deficient. How much of a supplement do you need? If your levels are pretty just borderline okay, 400 to 800 IUs, or even I would say 600 to 800 IUs, totally adequate, because you're not really low and you just want to cover your basis. So you can take anywhere between 6 and 8 and be totally fine, meaning 600 and 800 IUs. If you're that little bit deficient, you see a 20, when you check your blood work. You want to be taking a 2,000 IU a day, okay? Don't go higher than that. 2,000 IUs a day. The upper tolerable limit is 4,000. So if you really want to take more, do not take more than 4,000. I would say take closer to 2,000 if you're a little bit on that lower level with your blood test, okay? That's the blood work, just so you understand that. When it comes to supplementation, there's two different varieties. We've heard that D3 is the best absorbed. And so there's a D3 and a D2. What you might not know is D3 is called cholecalciferol. That comes from animals. D2 is ergocalciferol, which comes from plants. So we as vegans want the D2 form. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's not like it's a suboptimal version of a vitamin D. It's perfect, okay? So don't worry if you have to take D2, because you might have heard only D3 works. That is not true. But the plant form of vitamin D is the D2 form. Okay, great. Can you get it from your diet? The only ways to get it from a vegan diet, mushrooms are really the top pick, which is great, but do you eat mushrooms every day? I could eat mushrooms every day. Mushrooms, fortified cereals, and fortified milks, similar to what I was saying with B12. That's about the only way you're going to get your vitamin D as a vegan, okay? So the fortified food, cereals, and milks, and mushrooms. That's about it. So you're probably going to want to make sure you have that supplement. Do not go higher than 4,000. If you're a little bit low, keep to the 2,000, and if you're really pretty okay, then anywhere from 400 or 600 to 800 IUs in a day. That is how much one should supplement. Vitamin D deficiency, if you don't know and you're feeling, let me explain what you're feeling. If you're a little bit vitamin D deficient, fatigue, hair loss, bone pain. You'll actually have pain in your bone. You might be a little bit unsteady, so your balance might be a little bit off. It's kind of hard to tell if you're deficient, but those are some of the common symptoms. You might have a low-grade nausea. It's really hard to pinpoint, but if you do have excessive fatigue or bone pain, I would use that, or hair loss that's not explained by your thyroid. Those are things I'd be a little bit tipped off about, and just easily get your blood tested, okay? So that's your vitamin D. I think that gives you pretty much everything you need to know. And please feel free to ask questions in the comment section. All right? Have a wonderful day.